This repository features essential utilities and files associated with SSH Secure Shell. The project aims to simplify the learning process for new users of SSH by compiling essential concepts into a concise guide. SSH Secure Shell is a secure network protocol used for encrypted communication, primarily for remote login and command execution between two computers. The blog post discusses key concepts of SSH Secure Shell. 1. Client-server architecture. SSH follows a client-server model where the SSH client connects to the SSH server. 2. Default port. It operates on TCP port 22. 3. Encryption. All data exchange between the client and server is securely encrypted using strong symmetric algorithms. 4. Authentication methods. SSH supports multiple authentication methods, including both password-based and public key authentication. SSH Secure Shell is a protocol that offers strong encryption and authentication for secure communication between devices, making it ideal for managing and configuring servers and network devices remotely. The text outlines several use cases for SSH Secure Shell, including 1. Remote server access. It enables secure connections to remote servers, allowing administrators to manage them as if they were on-site, e.g. accessing a DigitalOcean droplet. 2. Automated scripts. SSH is commonly used in automation scripts for tasks like backups and deployments in DevOps, such as within GitHub Actions. 3. Secure Git access. Developers utilize SSH keys for safe interactions with remote Git repositories, ensuring secure code collaboration. The text also notes that public key cryptography is often favored over passwords for enhanced security, combining it with symmetric encryption for data transmission. The text outlines essential components related to SSH Secure Shell in a repository, listing important utilities like SSH, SSHD, SCP, and configuration files such as ss/config and /et/ssh sshd config. It emphasizes the significance of understanding these tools and files for effective SSH management and troubleshooting. Important SSH utilities. SSH, or Secure Shell, is a protocol used for securely connecting to a remote server. The command SSH user at hostname allows users to initiate a secure connection by specifying their username and the server's hostname. The SSH daemon, SSHD, is a server-side program that listens for incoming SSH connections and manages the authentication process. The text describes SCP, Secure Copy Protocol, which is a command used to securely transfer files between local and remote systems via SSH. An example command is provided, scp file.user at hostname/path2/destination, which illustrates how to copy a file from a local machine to a remote server securely. SFTP, or Secure File Transfer Protocol, is an interactive utility used for secure file transfers over SSH. To initiate a secure file transfer session to a remote server, you can use the command sftp user at hostname. The text discusses the shkeygen command, which is used to generate and manage SSH key pairs. It specifically mentions the command shkeygen t RSA 4096, which creates a new RSA SSH key pair with a 4096-bit key size for enhanced security and authentication. The text discusses the copy ID command, which is used to copy a public SSH remote server, enabling passwordless login. The command syntax is provided as SSH copy IDs //ssh/your specific public key.pub user at hostname. The text discusses SSH Agent, a utility that temporarily stores private keys in memory to simplify authentication. It provides a command, evol SSH Agent and SSH add twat SSID RSA to start the SSH Agent and add a private key, enhancing SSH key management and ease of use. The text explains the SSH add command, which is used to add private SSH keys to the SSH Agent for session-based authentication. Specifically, it mentions that using the command SSH add SSH ID RSA allows users to easily manage their SSH keys, even if they are not secured by a passphrase. Important client-side SSH files. The /SSH config file is the system-wide configuration file for the SSH client, providing default settings for all users. These defaults can be overridden by user-specific configuration files. The SSH config file is a user-specific configuration for SSH clients. It enables users to define settings for individual hosts such as ports, usernames, and keys. An example configuration is provided, showcasing specific settings for a server named myServer, which includes the host name, user, port, and identity file used for authentication. The SSH known hosts file is a crucial client-side component for SSH security. It stores the fingerprints of public keys from remote servers you've connected to, allowing SSH to verify the server's identity on future connections. Each entry includes the hostname, IP address, and the server's public key. The text explains the default RSA key files used for SSH authentication, SSH ID private key, and /SSH public key. These keys are created on the client side, with the public key usually added to the server's SSH authorized keys file to allow passwordless login. The keys are generated using the SSH Keygen tool. Important server-side SSH files. The DAS SSH authorized keys file is crucial for SSH security, as it dictates which public keys can be used to log into a specific user account on a server. Located in the user's home directory, this server-side file ensures that only authorized SSH keys can authenticate a user. When logging in via SSH, the server checks the client's public key against the entries in this file. If a match is found, access is granted without requiring a password. The text discusses the configuration file for the SSH daemon (SHD) located at SSHD config. This file is essential for setting server-wide options, including authentication methods, ports, and permissions for allowed users. The section highlights the SSH host key files located in the /sf/ directory, specifically referencing files such as sh host RSA key and sh host RSA key pub. These files include the server's private and public host keys, essential for establishing secure SSH connections. The section highlights the purpose of the log file located at var log auth.log, or var log secure on some systems, which is used to monitor SSH authentication attempts. The text outlines key files frequently used in SSH operations for both clients and servers. On the client side, SSH config, a user-specific configuration file that simplifies SSH commands. IDRSA, a private key that must be kept secure. SSH known host, a file that stores known server fingerprints for secure connections. On the server side, ETSH SSHD config, the main configuration file for the SSH server, where secure settings should be enforced. SSH consists the server's host keys, which are essential for establishing trust during SSH connections.